Hola, ¿qué tal? Saludos y bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo, una nueva entrevista de este serial rumbo al Eurobasket femenino 2021. Hoy tenemos a una representante de Bélgica para continuar un poco con este camino. Serena Lynn Geldof, player of la serie, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. Happy to be here.
First of all, Belgium as a team had a good road to be in the situation, in the actual situation, in the top spots on the FIBA rankings, in the top spots in the consideration social and the experts. So how do you make to be one of the most impressive national teams in the female aspect?
I think it went kind of slowly upwards. Actually, we just kept on doing the things that we do, and we kept on practicing together. And then from one thing came another. I think from then it all kind of started when we got bronze in Prague in 2017. And I think from that moment forward, we kind of got up and up and up. And as we started as the underdog, which a lot of people thought we were, now we're kind of a team that people say like, oh, we're playing against Belgium. And I think that's it kind of just went like in small parts. It wasn't just from one to another, but it's just we kind of build it up to it. And that's I think that's great also for a team.
Also for you in your position, more or less in that front court position, you have teammates which are probably legend of this basketball, especially Ann Wouters and one in the making. For example, how it's to be on that system, on that squad with that kind of players, like with Messeman also.
Like it's just like it's amazing to play with like those two huge names and huge stars actually, and you learn so much from them. And like also they still grow too, and every time they come back you learn even more. And it's just great to play with them, and then in practice also sometimes to play against them, because then you also know like, oh oh, she did this in this situation, or she did that in that situation. And it's like it's nice to have them, because it's just you always learn from them, and they will always give their best, like their 100%. If it's for practice, for a game, they will always do that. So it's actually it's an honor to play with them.
To put it in context, I will translate this on Spanish, and let's continue in a little bit with the interview. Ha empezado hablando un poco de cómo es estar en un proyecto como Bélgica, que le comentaba que está muy arriba en los rankings FIBA, en los rankings, y también en el de la gente y el de los expertos relacionados con el baloncesto femenino. Me comentaba que eso es trabajo poco a poco, haciendo entrenamientos, haciendo cosas bien, yendo poco a poco y disfrutando también del proceso para llegar a donde están ahora, que es un proyecto muy interesante y que sigue haciendo sus cosas bien. Y luego también le comentaba compartir equipo con dos jugadoras que, si no son leyenda, están camino a serlo al menos una, como son Ann Wouters y Emma Messeman, que ya dice que es un honor estar con este tipo de jugadoras, que es un placer poder tener experiencias con este tipo de jugadores de tanto nivel, y que eso también le ayuda a seguir creciendo. Selena, the context a little bit for this team of Belgium, a country that have two main languages. How do you make to connect on the team? Because for one side of the country it's French, for example, but for the side from where are you, it's
Flemish.
Yeah.
That's close to Dutch. Well, actually, our coach, our head coach now, all our practices are in English. Everything is in English. We could do, like, for example, we could speak French and Dutch, and I think like mostly all of our teammates are like be able to like speak both. But just to make it easy, because for some it's harder than for others, just to make it easy, we say like, let's do it in English, and everybody understands English. And that's also what like the basketball terms are also mostly in English, so that's how we practice.
Le comentaba también que en un país con tanta diversidad y con una diferencia tan marcada, que una parte del país habla francés y otra habla flamenco, que es similar al holandés, le preguntaba que cómo se llevaba eso. Me explicaba que Mesdag también, el entrenador, lo hace en inglés, que es verdad que hay compañeras que pueden hacerlo, que pueden hablar los dos idiomas, que te puedes entender tranquilamente con cualquier jugadora, pero que al final el seleccionador, teniendo en cuenta esta curiosidad que se da en el país, pues lo hace todo en inglés y todo solucionado. También es una cosa curiosa. Selena, talking back to the sportive thing, to the qualification round, the last one to achieve the this summer Eurobasket edition. How was that for you after being in after the global pandemic, where before you were qualified to the Olympics, not going to the Olympics because of this, and then have to qualify again to another tournament that will be with some restrictions, and let's see how many people could go to the event, both zones, both cities that can have the tournament. How is that for you? How tough mentally could be this for you and for the team?
Well, of course, it was first when we heard that it got canceled for a year. It was for everybody a real shock. Everybody was like very down about it because we were finally qualified for the Olympics, and we were like, "Oh my God, no! It's postponed for like a year." But afterwards, everybody got that mentality from like, okay, it's like postponed for a year, but we're gonna work for it, and we can work for it another year to like become stronger, become a better version of ourselves. And I think a lot of people did that and are still doing that to become like still a good version of themselves on the Olympics this year. Then with the qualifiers of the European Championship, I think we just kind of took that we kind of took that also as a preparation for the Olympics. I think the games are like good things to do with the team and like be not away for 1 year from each other, but like also come together to play those games, which are also on a high level. So I think we kind of also saw it as a practice, a preparation, but still they are tough games, and we still have to think that we need them for the European Championship. And after the November window, we got in because we won the four first games, and then this one from now in February, we still wanted to use those 2 games to progress actually as a team and for ourselves.
Le comentaba eso, que al final, después de ellas clasificarse para las Olimpiadas, se canceló las Olimpiadas y les tocaba volver a tener que jugar unos clasificatorios de cara al Eurobasket que tenía lugar este verano. Me explicaba eso, que pues tenían la ilusión de llegar a esos juegos, que finalmente se tuvieron que cancelar, se tuvieron que posponer un año y que tenían que llegar en buena forma para poder afrontar los partidos que tenían que darse en esa ronda clasificatoria, en esos partidos donde cómodamente se clasificaron ya en noviembre, teniendo ya 4 victorias en dicho mes, y en las últimas ventanas pues también hicieron un gran papel, pero sin necesidad de esforzarse ya, porque ya tenían el trabajo hecho, ya estaban clasificadas, sí, pero teniendo en cuenta todo el trayecto que eso suponía, una cancelación de los juegos, tener que volver a ponerse en dinámica con todas las restricciones que había. Por lo tanto, fue un buen esfuerzo y lo han tenido merecido. Selena, also talking about how much impact have this for the country. We know that female basketball in Belgium have more or less the same expectations as male, but you have the chance to go to the Olympics. I don't remember if the male achieved it any time, but you, as a good group, mixing the veterans and young players like you, achieved a good point. And if this summer it's possible, what we all hope, you could be in the Olympics also with. As I say, I don't remember if the males did it in any moment.
I'm actually not so sure either. But for our point of view, it's a first, and I think everybody is super excited to be there. And I think also There are going to be new qualifications, like team qualifications, kind of like pre-selections, we call them. So like we're going to start with 20 players that are doing the pre-selection to go back to the Olympics. But I think everybody is super motivated to be finally standing there. I think this will be like a super opportunity and a great experience to like be able to go to. And I think as a team also we're very happy like that we're managed to do this and we're managed like to get there. And I think we should be proud of ourselves for that.
And also that amount of people, the pre-selection of 20 could be also used for the Eurobasket. That could happen to the other teams that are going to face this situation, 2 tournaments in a single summer.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. I think it's just very important that we start with 20 with still in our back mind the COVID and everything, to like if there is somebody positive or not, that they have the right players or players that are also prepared to fall back into it. Like if at the last part somebody falls off, that there is like a new player that was first not qualified anymore, but she did the whole preparation and then she is prepared to go with it. That's in a worst case scenario, of course.
Me comentabas un poco el contexto de que ya se han clasificado para las Olimpiadas, que es la primera vez, que es muy importante, que en masculino yo al menos personalmente no recuerdo ninguna ocasión en la que eso haya podido ocurrir, por lo tanto que era un hito importante y ella siendo una jugadora, un joven, puede tener la opción de estar a las Olimpiadas. Me comentaba que sí, que van a tener un grupo de 20 seleccionados, como se comenta que puede pasar aquí en España también, que están muy ilusionadas, muy felices, que es una gran oportunidad, es una buena oportunidad para todas las jugadoras que puedan hacerlo, y también en esa ampliación que le decía de las dos competiciones en el mismo verano, me decía que si en algún caso, aunque llegue verano y parece que todo el mundo tenga que estar vacunado, si en algún caso alguien tiene COVID y no puede ir a alguno de los dos eventos o alguna está lesionada, que esa convocatoria de 20 al final lo que puede dar es a una jugadora que ya está preparada, que pueda parecer que tenga menos nivel que la que no está, pues sí que puede estar en dinámica, puede estar ahí, puede dar ese extra a la selección, porque al final ya ha estado en la rotación. Selena, talking about one of the cities that could take place, I heard that the draw will be at the 8th of March, but until now you have the option to play for this Eurobasket. And if you arrive to the quarterfinal, for sure you are going to play in Valencia City. You know, because first last season you played with Namur against Valencia in Eurocup, and this season you played a few weeks ago against Valencia with Laseu. How was that? What's your point of view about the city? How do you feel that it's leave the basketball here, and how do you think could be a Eurobasket leave it in this city, even taking in mind all the situation?
Well, I do know that Valencia is a very big and very nice city. Like you said, I've been there a couple of times, and their gym is amazing. I think it's a very good gym to play basketball in, especially on that high level. And yeah, I liked playing against Valencia last year, this year, and yeah, I think they're a very good opponent and a good team. So yeah, it's nice.
Nos comentaba porque ella ha jugado en Valencia al menos en 2 ocasiones, con Namur el año pasado en Eurocup y este año con la SEU en Liga. Por lo tanto, comentaba que Valencia es una ciudad muy agradable, muy bonita, que tiene un pabellón espectacular, con muy buenas condiciones para jugar a gran nivel, que espera que sea interesante, pero que tiene ganas de competir y que puede ser Valencia un buen lugar para ello. Serena, talking about the expectation you have to the end, until the end of the season with Laseu in your first year here in Spain, and also with Belgium, as we talked in this amazing and really busy summer with this tournament.
Well, first, my expectations with La Serie is I just want to get as far as possible. I think it's a very good team. We're all we're getting along very well, and we're playing also together. And I feel that we are capable of doing big things, especially like at the end of the season. And I still think that I'm going to take this season and the games and everything to also still get in your mind, like everything you do now is also preparation for later on. And actually later on is also preparation for even more further. So I'm just going to try to give the best of it every single time. And also think that it's always important to like take that to the next. Oops, sorry, my phone doesn't want to stand.
No,
Okay. So where was I? Take that to the pre-selections and try to like give there my best version to then be able to get qualified to go to the Olympics.
Nos comentaba que con la SEU quiere llegar lo más lejos posible, que de cara a las expectativas que tiene para este final de temporada, lo más lejos posible, que es un buen equipo, que es un gran grupo y que cree que pueden hacerlo muy bien en estos meses de competición que quedan, y con la selección que quiere entrar en esa preselección, que quiere estar bien, y con Bélgica también poder llegar lo más lejos posible en estos 2 torneos, en este verano intenso que le comentaba. Serena, thanks for joining us and hope you like this.
It's my pleasure, and I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you. Y a vosotros, pues os esperamos en la próxima edición. Veremos qué país será el que toque, el país que tenga el placer de pasarse por aquí la próxima vez. Intentaremos traerlos a todos, ese es el objetivo, y esperamos que os guste tanto como nos gusta a nosotros hacerlo. Así que un saludo y hasta la próxima, que como siempre digo, esta es su casa y pueden volver cuando quieran.